Oh, crap.
Oh, we're good.
All right.
Good. Hi, my name is Charlotte.
My name's Xavier.
And welcome to another episode of ArtCast. Today we have Philip. He's back.
Yeah, back again.
So tell us about your work that you just finished.
Well, I just finished my series work for Art Academy, and it was the 5 stages of grief, and I'm really excited to show you guys the rest of what I've done. Last time we left off on sadness, so I'll just put this off to the side since we already talked about it from last one. Now we have anger, which is the next form of 5 stages of grief. I always saw it that anger is usually bottled up by somebody, and this is kind of projecting what they're thinking and how they're reacting in their head and how they just want to let it all out. Because as you can see, this is the actual form of the person that is kind of like projecting out of them, because it's lighter. It's not exactly as dark, so it's more of like what their mind is telling them to do or what they're trying to comprehend. Next, I have bargaining. Bargaining is, in the way that I saw it, it is bargaining with yourself, which is, so bargaining with yourself is more of like asking yourself, what path should I take? Should I take the path of revenge, or should I just accept it and move on with my life? Which is, revenge is another 5 well, technically makes it the 6 stages of grief. But I did not want to go on to that path because it's the darker path of the grief cycle. So I decided not to add that on. But it is 2 people pulling away from each other, because usually when people go through this step, they are experiencing kind of a feeling of where they themselves, it doesn't feel like a complete person. So it feels like you're pulling away from your own self. Next, we got complete sadness or despair, which is like you're kind of emotionless, kind of go into a sociopathic state to where you're just empty. You kind of just don't feel anything, even happiness or anger. You kind of are just there. And how I represented this is that he's crying on the outside, but on the inside, like, it just kind of shows how deep it really is, because this is 2 pieces of paper. So these guys are glued together. These are 2 drawings. This is burnt on the outside. But so he's crying on the outside, and then on the inside he's kind of just thinking about life. That's what the symbolization of seeing the eyeball in the skull is, instead of just it being there for art reasons. Next, I got acceptance, which is the last stage of grief. I wanted to see this as somebody being kind of letting go of all their worries and moving on. So how I drew this is that I burned 1 piece of paper, kind of how I did similar with the other one down here, and I glued it to another piece of paper, which is the one that has all the black and all this stuff up here. And these little spots are like supposed to be their mind just letting go of how they felt and how everything happened to them. It's kind of like moving on and reassurance that you will be okay in the end.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's the last of that one.
These are really good.
It's very deep. You went really deep into it, which is I think what makes really good art, is if like you're super passionate about it and you like really deep into it. So
it was a lot of fun doing this. I just got into Art Academy this year, and it was just something I've always thought about, and Art Academy allowed me to be able to draw something that I really wanted to draw and show it to people that I want to show it to. So it was a lot of fun doing it. I had a lot of support from Dr. G about it. She gave me recommendations on some things I should do, like the burning thing. I asked her about it, and she said, go right ahead. I think that would look amazing. So
yeah,
I'm lucky to have a teacher like her.
That's awesome.
So.
And for those who, I guess, didn't get to see the first part where you showed us their part on the first stage, what was your inspiration behind this piece or this series you're doing?
So at the time, I was not in the best. About a year and a half ago, I was not in the best position. One of my grandparents actually, well, not my grandparent, I don't know how to say it. It was a complicated area, but he ended up dying from COVID. So it's fine. It's over with. But it really hit me hard because he did have an important part in my life, and he definitely was close to me. And also, on top of that, I had several friends get sick, and I just wasn't in a good area. And I also just then got cheated on by somebody else.
Wow.
So it wasn't really a good time for me, but I went through these stages, really.
Yeah.
I kind of lived through them, so it just made me interested in how I could express these onto a piece of paper and show how it can feel sometimes.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that, like, despite everything, once again, I'm sorry for your loss.
Oh, that's great.
That
That's okay.
you were able to take, I guess, your pain and what you went through, you were able to put it into something and take, like, I guess, the healthy route. And that's, it turned out to amazing artwork.
It was definitely hard making these. It was very personal to me because of what I went through, but it also made it that much better because it was real to me instead of just something I just thought of making. It doesn't. I feel like this makes it all the better because it's something that I've experienced in my life.
Yeah. Do you think when you like created each of these like pictures, did you also go through those stages as well?
No, I was more of already over the stages, but I definitely remembered going through them, and it definitely I kind of played scenarios in my head that kind of put me through them again, just so it became even that more real to me.
Wow.
So it made it a lot easier to draw these, especially with if I was listening to certain music at the time, it made it easier.
Yeah.
You told us about that in your last episode, that music really motivated this entire series.
Yeah, music. I listen to all kinds of music. There's only really one genre I don't listen to, and that's about country. But music, like sad music, can help you draw something sad. It can make you do a lot of things. But I mean, just music has a lot of play on human emotion because it's a powerful thing that we all listen to, and it just keeps us going. So it can make you feel different ways. It can make you happy when you're sad. It can make you sad when you're happy. So
this is the only project that you're gonna do for Art Academy, right?
I actually was thinking about starting on another series work.
Okay.
I don't know if I am yet though.
Okay.
It depends on how the rest of the year is going. So
Cool. Okay.
I understand. We can't wait to see what else you come up with.
Yeah,
Thank
because this was it's incredible, and just the amount of time that you put on it is really great and super cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
That's amazing.
Alrighty.
You should be proud of yourself.
I am.
You should be proud.
I am proud. This is definitely one of my favorite works that I've ever have done.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming.
Thank
Thanks
you
for
guys
having
for
me.
having me.
Of
Again.
course.
And thank you for opening up about it, because I know that stuff is hard, and showing off your amazing artwork. It's thank you for coming back.
Thank you.
So
Yeah. All right.
Fine.
Tune in for another episode of Artcast next week,
I hope so.
and we'll see you soon.
Alrighty.
Bye
Bye,
bye.
guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, bye. I forgot that was there.
Bye from the camera.
So what happened in the middle of the?
Bro,